You know, there's a saying in Springfield that we measure what we treasure, or if you can't count it, it doesn't count. And while it's not my favorite way to make the case about the value and importance of the arts, we're involved in some efforts to illustrate in hard numbers the impact, assets, and needs of the arts and creative industries in the Chicago region and statewide. Our mission is not to stick our hands out and say, woe is me, help us, help us. Instead, our goal is to really focus on the role of the arts as part of the solution to some of the most urgent problems facing the state. We're fortunate to have support for the arts sector on both sides of the aisle in the state of Illinois. And if you're serious about job creation and economic development, then you need to be serious about an investment in the arts.
Thank you for watching Chicago Arts. I'm MartinJon. This is the first of 3 interviews I'm doing about funding in the arts throughout Chicago Artist Month, so keep an eye out for the rest of those this month. In this episode, I sat down with Executive Director of Arts Alliance Illinois, Rod Joy, and talked to him about how arts funding has changed within Illinois.
Yeah, the day I started is when everything went to hell in a handbasket. You know, the economy obviously took a turn, you know, a year or so after I joined, and it's had a significant impact on all levels of government. Yeah, obviously it's taken its toll on the state and the state budget, and that's you know, consequently had an impact on arts funding and the state appropriation for the Illinois Arts Council. You know, we've observed several things over the last couple of years. You know, there's been, because of the downturn in the economy and cuts in public funding in the art, we've seen cultural organizations of all sizes scale back in size and ambition. Yeah, I think for some groups, you know, they've scaled back in risk, and they're less likely to push the envelope because of the diminished resources. I think there are some new and different approaches through, you know, Kickstarter and some of the more entrepreneurial funding strategies, you know, and individuals and organizations taking less traditional routes and more organic approaches to get people involved, to build their base of support and to raise dollars. And certainly, you know, social media and new technology tools are enabling organizations to, you know, do more with less, to reach more with less, and certainly that's been encouraging. You know, what we want to reinforce is the importance of $2. And we've had as a goal $2 per person per year investment in the arts in Illinois. So for the cost of a cup of coffee, we could fully fund the arts infrastructure in this state. Now, we were close to that goal a few years back. You know, we've kind of fallen off the table since the downturn. Right now, we're at about 70 cents per person investment in the arts, which is below the national average of 86 cents per person. You know, we live in the 5th most populous state with arguably the most dynamic arts sector in the country. And it's critically important that we invest in the arts if we're going to stay competitive, if we're going to you know, attract businesses to Illinois communities, and if we're going to prepare our workforce for success in a 21st century economy.